There's a moment before effort, before intention, where the mind becomes quietly receptive. Begin there. Notice the pause between breaths, the brief stillness where nothing is required of you. In that pause, the subconscious naturally opens. Today is not about convincing yourself of anything. It is about allowing new truths to settle where habits are formed. Beliefs are not created through argument or force. They are learned through repetition, safety, and emotional alignment. As your body settles into comfort, feel how much softer the inner landscape already is compared to earlier days. That softness matters. A relaxed system absorbs what a tense system resists. Let the breath continue its gentle rhythm, each exhale signaling permission to receive rather than strive. Hypnosis is not something happening to you. It is something you are allowing. A state where attention narrows slightly and receptivity increases naturally. As awareness drifts inward, notice how the mind becomes less concerned with evaluating and more curious about experiencing. This is the optimal state for change. Now bring attention to the idea of belief itself. A belief is simply a thought repeated often enough that the body stops questioning it. Many of your current beliefs were installed unconsciously, shaped by past experiences, environments, and emotional imprints. Some have served you. Some have quietly limited you. Today, you are learning that beliefs are not fixed truths, but patterns that can be updated. The subconscious is efficient. When presented with calmer, more supportive interpretations, it adopts them readily. As you breathe, imagine the mind as fertile soil, soft, open, ready. There is nothing you need to dig out aggressively. New suggestions naturally take root when the ground is prepared. Begin by sensing into your current sense of self, not judging it, just noticing the overall feeling tone. Perhaps there is a habitual doubt, a subtle tension, or a quiet hope. Whatever is present is welcome. There is no need to eliminate old beliefs before introducing new ones. The subconscious does not require deletion. It updates by replacement. As we proceed, suggestions will be offered gently, not as commands, but as possibilities. The mind relaxes around possibilities. Now allow yourself to hear these ideas as though they are being remembered rather than learned. Feel how different that is. The first suggestion is simple and foundational. You are capable of change, not in a vague future sense, but as a present capacity. Feel what happens in the body when this idea is allowed. Notice any softening, any warmth, any sense of alignment. You are capable of change does not demand immediate proof. It simply becomes an underlying assumption. Let it sink below thought into sensation. The next idea arrives naturally from the first. Growth does not require struggle. The subconscious has learned many things without effort. Walking, language, patterns of attachment. It learns best through relaxed repetition. As this belief settles, notice how motivation begins to feel different. Less pressured, more organic. You no longer need to push yourself harshly in order to move forward. Progress can feel steady and supportive. Now introduce another suggestion, one aligned with self-worth. Your value is not conditional on performance. Feel how the body responds to this idea. Perhaps there is relief, perhaps a quiet resistance at first. There is no need to argue. Simply allow the statement to exist in awareness. Over time, repetition dissolves resistance. Worth that is unconditional creates stability. Stability allows confidence to grow without anxiety. As these beliefs gently layer, notice the nervous system responding. When self-worth is not under threat, the body relaxes. When the body relaxes, new behaviors feel safer. This is how beliefs shape outcomes automatically. Now bring in a belief related to motivation. You naturally move toward what supports your well-being, not through discipline alone, but through an internal preference for alignment. Let this idea settle. The subconscious loves efficiency. When it believes well-being is safe and rewarding, it organizes behavior accordingly. Notice how motivation feels lighter, less forced, more intuitive. Continue breathing, allowing these suggestions to echo softly inside. Repetition does not require intensity. It requires consistency. Each time the mind returns to these ideas, they strengthen. Now imagine a future moment where an old doubt might have appeared. See yourself responding differently, not because you fought the doubt, but because the new belief arose automatically. This is the power of subconscious installation. Behavior changes when interpretation changes. The next belief arrives gently. You trust yourself to learn from experience. This removes fear of mistakes. When mistakes are interpreted as information rather than failure, confidence stabilizes. Feel into this belief. The body responds with ease when pressure is removed. Trust deepens. Action becomes clearer. As the subconscious integrates this, decision-making feels calmer and more decisive. You no longer hesitate as much because you are no longer afraid of imperfection. Now let attention rest for a moment, allowing these beliefs to settle together as a coherent internal framework. Capability, ease, worth, motivation, trust. They reinforce one another. The subconscious prefers coherent systems. Inconsistency creates stress. Alignment creates flow. As these ideas coexist, notice the emotional tone shifting subtly toward steadiness. This steadiness is the marker of successful installation. Forced affirmations feel tense. Integrated beliefs feel calm. Now introduce a final suggestion, one that ties everything together. You respond to life with flexibility and confidence. Not rigidity, not avoidance, but adaptive confidence. Let this idea ripple through the system. Flexibility allows confidence to endure under pressure. Confidence encourages engagement rather than withdrawal. Together, they form resilience. As this belief settles, imagine moving through daily life with this internal orientation. Conversations, challenges, decisions. See how differently you carry yourself. The subconscious is recording these images and sensations. It learns from imagined experience as powerfully as from real ones when emotional tone is present. Remain here, breathing, allowing repetition to do its work quietly. There is no need to memorize the words. The feeling is what matters. The feeling is the signal to the subconscious. As this session begins to conclude, know that these beliefs will continue to integrate beyond conscious awareness. You may notice small changes first, a gentler inner dialogue, a quicker recovery from doubt, a subtle increase in motivation. These are signs of alignment. The mind updates gradually and reliably when treated with respect rather than force. As awareness slowly widens, carry this receptive state with you. The subconscious continues listening long after the session ends. Each time you act in alignment with these beliefs, they strengthen. Each time you notice yourself responding differently, integration deepens. What the subconscious accepts becomes automatic, and what becomes automatic no longer requires effort. You are not trying to become someone new. You are allowing supportive truths to replace outdated